Hello everybody, welcome to the Mike from LA1 Network here on YouTube. And welcome to my Monday Night Raw review for September 9, 2013. Well, this Raw was slightly better than last week's Raw because, well, we got Monday Night, we got Night of Champions coming from the Joe Louis Arena. This Sunday. And which we now know what's going to happen for the kickoff. It'll be the tag team turmoil between Tons of Funk, the Primetime Players, 3MB. Ooh. Who else is in there? Ooh. Hang on, let me see who else is in there. Let's see who else. Sorry, I gotta look. Two members of Tons of Funk, the Real Americans, and the Usos. Okay, thank you for that. Now that we got that done, well, this was to start off with Edge's return, and boy, he still has the speed, and in fact, they still gave him the smoking pyro that the Rated R superstar deserves. And Tony Chimmel actually did that infamous voice crack that he was known as. And Edge pointed at him saying, "Thank you for showing up to Toronto." And surprisingly, he did the Cutting Edge. I was like, wait, what's going on? I didn't realize it was the Cutting Edge. So I found that kind of awesome. And it was awesome that they did the Cutting Edge in Toronto. They said it was going to be his tag team partner from Rated RKO, and the crowd instantly booed. And this is the point where I was thinking, okay, this has to be such a good crowd. So he decided not to do it. And he introduces Daniel Bryan as his guest, and he said he could be the one that's going to do it. And Edge believes in him. Out comes Randy Orton. And I love about this segment he says Randy Orton watches paint dry. But there's one more thing, and we're going to get to that in a minute. Out comes Triple H. As Triple H and Edge has had a ton of time, but Edge came out with possibly the greatest line that Raw has seen. You just be a dictator, but you're just a dick. And by the way, it was uncensored, so yeah, you heard him say it. I thought I was gonna put the head at the end of it, but oh well. That's what we're gonna get. And speaking of things that was uncensored, we're gonna get to that in a minute. And then Roddy saying, I'm gonna hurt the friends you love. Out comes the Shield with Christian. It looks like they knocked him out. But then, right after commercial break, Edge went after the Shield, and Triple H asked him to leave the building. And that's pretty sad. So, Edge looks great, and I love the new t-shirt. That's all I have to say. Now it is on to the competitions. Kofi Kingston versus Curtis Axel. And boy, this was probably one of the worst matches of the night. I didn't see this one match. I only saw the entrances because I was at the Zach Man 18's Amnesia Live during this match. But from what I understand here, and we probably know, Paul Heyman got hurt. Well, quote, hurt. Because I don't know what. So Curtis Axel lost via disqualification because I guess Axel used the turnbuckle and started whopping him impunitively. But we're gonna get to the next match. Why? Next, it was Bray Wyatt versus Dolph Ziggler. Yes, Bray Wyatt did show up finally. And this was an okay. This was a good match. But in the end, we now know what his finishing maneuver is. Well, I already knew it, but they finally announced it on the air, thank God. Bray Wyatt hits the Sister Abigail, and Bray Wyatt beats Dolph Ziggler. Jeez. Dolph's bad luck continues. And the next, Paul Heyman went under a live medical evaluation. He brought his, Paul Heyman brought his own Dr. Kirschenbaum. And the thing I love about this one, they reference Dr. Shelby. Quack. Yeah, thank you, JBL. Because, by the way, the crowd for this Raw, for one match in particular, we're going to get to that in a minute. Oh my God. Okay, let's talk about the crowd right now. The crowd was red hot. I mean, not Raw after WrestleMania, probably, but this is probably one of the closest moments to it being another night after WrestleMania. Because they were chanting for one match. I think it was the Wyatt. Oh, we're not to that point yet. Heyman said he's not able to compete. The crowd just went boo, booed him. But then Brad Maddox came out, and with the man that saved Jerry Lawler's life last year in Montreal with that heart attack, and apparently Seth said he's clear to compete. But then when CM Punk came out, Heyman ran like the wind. So everyone was, and I saw that one coming. He faked an injury to get him out of it. But then there was the thing. CM Punk had a kendo stick in his hand, and wouldn't you know it, he hit Dr. Kirschenbaum, or Dr. Shelby 2.0 as I like to call him, hit him with the kendo stick to the head. I think the crowd was saying, call a doctor during this match. And I think during when Heyman brought out his doctor, the crowd started chanting, we don't care. We don't care. That was probably the best things in a while I've seen. Next, Natalya, Brie Bella, and Naomi versus Layla, Alicia Fox, and Oksana. Didn't bother watching this match because, again, I didn't know this match was on. Next, this is the match I was referring to. World Heavyweight Champion Alberto Del Rio versus R-Truth. Boy, the crowd during this match, I think they were bored. And they were cheering for JBL. Of course, when they were chanting Michael Cole, King. And actually, this was following. I was like, man, this is awesome. I think for a moment the crowd was thinking about doing the wave. Now, if Fandango would have came out, that would have been awesome. That means the crowd in Canada gets the But after a kick in the head, R-Truth almost pulled off the upset, but Del Rio was too much, so Alberto Del Rio defeated R-Truth. Next, it was Antonio Cesaro. And oh boy. Now this match, the next versus Zeb Coulter and Antonio Cesaro came out, and he insulted Canada, saying, this country needs to stop worrying about their hockey games, and the crowd instantly booed. And then, when they were about to finish saying, we the people, Santino's music hit, and the crowd just went nuts. And I think someone's going to upload the full episode on it on YouTube in a while. So the crowd just instantly went nuts. And oh my god, they got him a new Titantron and everything, finally. This was, and I think this is probably where the crowd really started to go nuts. By the way, during the Del Rio R-Truth match, they were chanting RVD as well to get him into Del Rio's head. And this was possibly one of the most underrated matches of the night, because this match was awesome. Awesome, because when Cesaro, he swirled him around and 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 around, and 2 hours later, and around, and around, and around, and okay. This was, and the crowd was chanting, "Holy shit! Holy shit!" In fact, they were so loud. That was the loudest "holy shit" chant I have ever heard in my life, and I apologize for the foul language there. That's what they were chanting, and I think we're probably going to see that on the YouTube page. I'm hoping they include that. I'm hoping they include that, but that's just me personally. And next, I'm thinking this is what I think it is. Oh, please let this be what I think it is. No, it's Damien Sandow versus The Miz. And, no, go away. No, wait, that was the ad. With a string of recent matches, Damien Sandow is without a soda blade. But he finally, his losing streak is over. And, I guess Fandango did come out. But Damien Sandow got the fast roll up, and Sandow got the victory. So now Cody Rhodes out. It's already delaying the inevitable. Next, it was Randy Orton versus Goldust. This by far was the best. It's one of the best match of the night. This was probably one of the best matches since Punk Cena to punch this ticket to WrestleMania. As this match was incredible. He avoided the RKO, hit the crossroads, but wouldn't you know it, the Rhodes family got screwed again by Randy Orton as Orton beats Goldust. Oh man. So it looks like right now Cody Rhodes' break may last a little longer than a week. And next, this is the match everybody wanted. Rob Van Dam versus Ryback. And between, actually, for a match we all wanted, it was it was not terrible, but not great. But in the end, Ryback but this match would end as he hit RVD, ring post to the nuts. All I gotta say is ouch. And by the way, there was no ECW chant. What's up with that? And next, the main event, Daniel Bryan versus Dean Ambrose. And by the way, there was this added stipulation for this match. If Big Show touches the Shield, he's terminated. And boy, this was a good match, but Daniel Bryan was getting frustrated. Big Show was cheering Daniel Bryan on, but wouldn't you know it, in the end, running knee hits Daniel Bryan with the Daniel Bryan got the victory. Out comes Randy Orton. And Triple H told Big Show, pick him up and knock him out. I was like, really? They're doing the same thing again? But actually, no. Daniel Bryan got the upper hand this time. So I think he got to hold the WWE title up high. So now, next week, Monday Night Raw is going to the Q in Cleveland. Next week. As this Raw was probably better, but I can't wait for the Raw after Night of Champions. So, in Cleveland. Which means probably a loud ovation for Miz. And also, gotta give props to the guy who had the Cheech 316. That sign was great. So that concludes this Monday Night Raw review. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.